I've been missing y'all. I swear it seems like this week been so long trying to get to Sunday. But welcome to another Sunday night over here at UStyle Magazine Live. I am your host, Bridget Davis. Thanks for joining me. I got a great guest tonight. As you see, I got a great setup. I got me a nice banner. Shout out to my two sponsors. I love you guys dearly. The George Goodman League and Captivate Marketing Solutions. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of the support y'all are giving me. Thank you for all of the help. I love y'all. I love y'all. Make sure you all are following me as well on all of my social medias. I have a lot of things coming up, a lot of events that I do want to talk about. Had a lot of stuff going on over the weekend. I want to shout out to Miss Ty Cobb. I will be doing her red carpet on July the 21st, me and my DJ Glam. So we'll be doing her red carpet actually on the 22nd. But before I get to that, thank you again for all of the ladies who sold out 2 buses for the Ford Networking trip, Ford Networking Chicks Girl Trip. That's going to be on Friday, July the 21st. That's going to be hot. So thank you for all you ladies that sold them 2 buses out. UStyle Magazine will be in the building covering all the fun. So make sure y'all are hot and in the building and ready to have a good time. On July the 22nd, as I was stating, that's going to be Ty Cobb's reveal of the real makeup artist of DC. So you guys got to make sure all that are invited, make sure you check it out. I'll be doing the red carpet at that event as well. I want to welcome my DJ Glam. She'll be joining me on Sunday nights. So I hope you guys are enjoying the music because I am. She hit it right on the nose. She is also available for any services y'all need. Make sure you give her a shout out, get her on the board. Yes, we do have her information if you need to reach out to her, so make sure y'all get at her. Again, please make sure that you are following me on all of my social media outlets. Facebook, I'm UStyleMag.com. Twitter, I'm UStyle Magazine. Instagram, I'm UStyle Magazine. And on YouTube, make sure you guys are subscribing to my YouTube channel, which is UStyle Magazine. That's where you can catch all of my previously recorded broadcasts, so make sure you guys are getting connected with me there. Again, I want to thank everyone for all of the support. You guys have been amazing. Y'all are keeping me busy. Shout out to Margaret P. Bean, who is offering my first debut in her stage play, The Game Changer. So that will be September the 8th and the 9th over at the Bowie Performing Arts Center, which is where you can catch me and Miss Tawana Duncan. We will be there giving up some good stuff. I am Lisa, so it'll be awfully interesting. I had a ball at my first rehearsal yesterday, so you guys make sure that you continue to follow me, come out, support. It's going to be a great play with an awesome message, so you guys make sure you come out and support, okay? My guest tonight is going to be the beautiful Joanne George. She is an amazing realtor with Diamond Minks Real Estate. So make sure that you guys, after this short break, come right back, and I'm going to have my special guest on. We're going to be talking about home ownership, getting your finances together so you can stop renting them high-ass homes and purchase your own. So you guys don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Papa, gotta live up to the words. Everyone's talking. I gotta be somebody, and for my baby, I'm going up as fast as I can. I gotta make life better for everyone. Just to survive, babe. I gotta ask myself, am I gonna save myself? What's it gonna be? Something beautiful inside of me. Oh yeah. Something wonderful inside of me. Oh yeah. Something beautiful inside of me. Oh yeah. Something wonderful inside of me.
I dream of your nights, daytime too.
Like someone slipped me something, and that something you almost walked into a wall. Imagining your embrace, had to snap myself out of the thought of your lips and the heavenly taste. And the sensation is real, the blood rushes into each place as if you were here. I love it in me too. Cold eyes, heartbeat erasing.
Hey, you guys, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm sitting here with my DJ Glam on the ones and twos, and my special guest tonight, Miss Joanne George of Diamond Minks Real Estate. Yes. And we're going to get right into this interview. First of all, thank you for joining me.
My pleasure.
I
Thank
really
you for
appreciate it.
having me.
I've been counting down the days. You and I have had a lot of conversations, and I just want to first of all say thank you outside of radio.
Thank you.
For a lot of good little nuggets you've been giving me. So I just want to say thank you publicly for what you've done.
It's my pleasure. It is my
pleasure. Me. So let everybody know what's been going on with you. What are you doing? And
well, right now I'm heavy in real estate right now. Okay. So the game has really stepped up a bit. Okay. We have a lot of people looking now for homes. Okay. They're trying to get themselves in a position to buy houses now. A key piece that everyone is also working on is fixing their credit, so they can get in a position to purchase a house. So we're really pushing more to help people get in a position of preparing your credit, preparing for retirement, putting your ducks in a row so that you can get ready to purchase so that you can plan for retirement, and just having different avenues of income. Right, whether it's owning, whether it's investing, whether it's selling to maybe renovate, flip, however you want to, do it, you can actually start preparing for those things. So we've been busy doing that.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this question. In your experience as far as, real estate, what has been the biggest misconception about people that want to buy homes? Like, I know me, like, I'm always saying, I'm scared to buy a home. I'm not ready for a home. That's too much responsibility. So what has been the biggest?
Wow, there's several lanes for different circumstances. I would say one of the top things is not knowing the right answers to their questions. So if you don't ask the question on how do I get ready to become a homeowner, you assume everything, and it's the wrong information. Right. I think a big piece is misreading other people's stories. Their story is their story on when they bought their first house. Your story will be different. So you could buy a house, someone went and bought a house and they said, hey, I was able to get a house at 580. And someone else said, well, I couldn't get approved for unless I had a 620.
See, and that's what I was going to ask you. Like, what's the perfect credit score when you
it
go
depends.
to buy a home?
It depends. There's different factors to consider. You have some that have a 580 credit score that can close on a loan, but then you have some that have a 620 that can close on a loan but have 100% financing. Okay. So the 580 might just get you a 3.5% you have to bring to the table, which is the FHA requirement for Maryland. It is 3.5% they have to put down at a 580. Okay. If you have it over a 620, you could very well possibly get 100% financing through certain financial institutions.
Now, when you're saying 100% financing, that means that I wouldn't have to put any money down.
Well, that's correct. Now, let me add to that. So it would be zero money down. Okay. You do have your pre-settlement payments, things you have to make, such as you have to pay for an appraisal. You have to pay for a home inspection. That is not a part of your down payment. However, some lenders may add it in and they order it. They add it into your closing. You pay it at the closing table, part of your settlement fees. Okay. But for certain places such as Navy, you pay for it up front. Oh, okay. And then you come to settlement and you don't put any money down. Now, of course, that puts you, like I said, the bracket has to be at least above a 620 to qualify for that.
Okay. Okay. Now, the whole home buying process takes roughly about what? 6 months?
Well, the short sale could take 3 to 6 months.
Now, let's explain the short sale.
Okay, so you have standard sales and you have short sales. Okay. Your standard sale is going to be 30 to 45 days to settlement table. Okay. Your short sale, which is basically the owner owns the house, there's no short in the loan. They didn't fall short on the recession that occurred in 2008. They still have good value. They're above the market value. They can walk away and not owe the bank anything. That's a standard.
Okay.
A short sale is going to be where basically the money's short. So the bank gets less than what is owed. So basically the owner bought the house for $300, but right now it's only worth $200.
Okay.
And so now the bank takes a short, so it becomes a short sale. And those take longer because there's different things that have to go through with documentation to be provided to the federal government, that they agree to modifications that have to be federally funded. And so those modifications take time. It could take 3 to 6 months sometimes. The sale could take 3 to 6 months depending on the bank.
Oh, okay. So a short sale is really not a short sale.
Really. It's really a short sale for the bank.
Right.
A shortage.
Just to kind of get it off of their hands and
exactly.
move forward.
Exactly.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Does income play a role in how much house you want to buy or how much home you want to buy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can go to a lender and they'll tell you, hey, you get a $400,000 as a loan. But you know you only want to pay $1,200 or $1,500 a month.
Okay.
You're paying $1,200 to $1,500 a month. That's not $400,000. That's probably going to put you around $225,000, $250,000.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, at a 4% interest rate. It'll
Okay.
put you in that bracket. So even though you'll get approved for this much money, doesn't necessarily mean you want all that money because you want to be comfortable in what you can pay every month.
Right. And I guess that's where people come in, where they get in over their head and they get these high, big homes, and they kind of get in over their head.
Yeah.
That would probably be me.
I think it's beneficial.
Because my eyes are bigger than mine.
I think it's
like, I don't want that one.
Yeah, there's so many beautiful houses out there
Exactly,
that's what I love about real estate.
Exactly.
Is I love when I go into some houses, I'm just like, oh my God, this house is gorgeous.
Right,
It's so
right.
beautiful, had everything, the way the layout is. You see so many as an agent.
Yeah.
But again, that probably is more beneficial if you are in that income range where you can afford that, or if you're partnering with someone, you can afford to pay it together, unless you make the income to support it. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, you seem very knowledgeable. Why real estate? How long have you been in real estate? Why? Why real estate?
Well, years ago, when I first got in real estate was in 2002.
Okay.
So it's been 15 years now.
Okay, wow. So I take it you like it.
I love real estate. Yes, I cannot wait to start coordinating my customer appreciation.
Awesome.
For all my clients that I've been assisting. But I got into real estate the first time I sold my first house. It was, actually, no, let me rewind back. When I bought my first house was in 2002.
Okay.
So I think back then, the market was really good.
Okay.
I got it for a low price, was able to get equity in it, invest in several properties, things like borrow from it, equity loans, and I know
Okay.
we'll touch on that.
Yes.
And was able to build. But what brought me in was, as an agent, was, of course, the payout. I mean, you make good money as a realtor.
Right.
There's so many lanes you can win in as a realtor, not just selling houses, investing.
So let me now, but as a realtor, because this is what I've always wondered. Do you get paid like after you have sold the home and after they go to closing is when you see your return?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. And it's
Ooh,
so
girl,
nice
I would be
now
just
that
will
they
you hurry up and sign them papers. I got something to do.
Now it's at a point where at first, my first 5-10 years, it was, gosh, the payout.
Right.
But I tell you, the feeling that you get when you sit down and you see someone get those keys and you know what they went through to get to that point, it gets to my heart now. So now it's a part of me.
Right.
It's a part of me. So I see the vision and I will go to the lengths I need to for my clients. So it's a great industry to be in. It pays out well. It pays out well for not just myself, but for for the buyer and the seller.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So explain to me refinance. I know a lot of people, have gotten into trouble when they're refinancing their homes. They get into these, I guess, balloon payments and, all under this whole just of refinancing. And it seems like it kind of puts them in more debt. Yeah.
Yeah. The refinancing is, you want to be careful with that. Refinancing your loan is beneficial if you're getting some kind of return or you're expecting to be given a return back in a certain amount of time. The pros and cons are refinances. I'll tell you this. You can refinance your house, get an equity loan, borrow an equity loan. Equity is basically the amount that your house is worth.
Okay.
And you take away the current value, and that balance is what you have in equity.
Okay. Okay.
So if you have $30,000, but it's worth $450,000, you have $150,000 in equity that you can use to either pay for help with your college tuition for your kids, start a business, buy another property, put a down payment, whatever you need to do, you can utilize that money.
Exactly.
The pros of that is helpful when you are investing, and if you just don't have the money, you have college children is going to college, and you need the money. You don't want them to foot that bill, so you basically say, hey, I have this money here. This is what it's for me to invest in my family. Now, the money's going to come back. You have to pay that money back from an equity loan. That's, again, you're refinancing money out.
Right.
If you sold that house for $450,000, your bill is clean because whoever bought the house paid what you paid for it, and they paid the money you borrowed.
Okay.
So you walk away clean.
Okay.
Now, the cons of it is going to be you borrow this money from the house, you use it to buy boats, motorcycles, or things that don't really appreciate with value. You're paying it off, or you don't pay it off. You still owe that money.
Right. That would probably be me.
And you got to be careful with that because I think we all are a victim of that. Luckily, I paid it off, but but it happens. It happens. But I think the thing to walk away with is if you're going to use refinance for something that's going to bring a return.
Right. Right.
That's what I would say walk away with.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So balloon payments, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
So with balloon payments, you got to be careful with those too. I always tell folks, please ask your lender questions. Okay, if you have an agent or if I represent you, the key is that you need to talk to your lender about every question regarding any dollar.
Right.
That is always going to be your key thing. Talk to the lender. Your agent is there to provide help and assistance and guidance through the whole process.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So the lender is going to break down the terms. And I think the problem also that happens is that people don't read the terms.
Right.
So when they sign some of these
and
loan
again,
documents,
that would be me.
Right, you have to read those documents because a lot of people get caught up in those adjustable rate mortgages.
No, okay. Let's take a break for a minute because I want to talk about that adjustable rate because I know a couple of people that kind of got in trouble when it got.
They
to
didn't
that.
read it.
Right. Exactly. So we're gonna take a quick glam break. That's what we're gonna call it on Sundays, glam break. So we're gonna take a quick glam break. Don't you guys go anywhere. Enjoy the music, and we will be right back with Miss Joanne George. Don't go nowhere.
That's just how it is, but I gotta tell you this.
the truth after the smoke.
Hey, you guys, welcome back. I am still sitting here with my beautiful guest giving us all of this good information. I hope y'all got y'all pens and paper out. So we ended the first break with about to talk about adjustable rates. So let's go back to that when we talk about this adjustable rate.
Okay, so adjustable rate mortgages, something to also be paying attention to. When you are speaking with your lender about your loan.
Okay.
And you want to ask them, what type of loan am I getting? Am I getting a full payment loan, whereas the rate doesn't change, a fixed rate loan?
Oh, okay.
Or that's a fixed for 30 years. It's typically a standard. Does not change. Your interest rate does not change.
Right, okay.
Adjustable rate, your rate will change.
How often is it allowed to change, or it doesn't matter?
It just depends on the type of loan you sign up for.
Okay.
That's the unfortunate part.
Okay.
It depends on the type of loan. Adjustable rate loans is something you want the lender to tell you, okay, you have a ARM. It's called an ARM.
Okay, you know you're going to have to explain that.
The
but let's
adjustable
finish
rate is an acronym.
Okay.
It's ARM.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
So that's an ARM loan. And
as
that's
y'all can see, I've never bought a home before, but hey, she working with me.
Yes, absolutely not a problem. I love it. It's okay. So the ARM basically is, you want to ask them what that is. How often does your rate change?
Okay.
How many years does it change? And some ARMs have a balloon payment.
Okay,
So
and I think that's what she got
be,
stuck in, that balloon.
Yeah,
A balloon, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
So after a few years of being in that ARM, you get hit with a balloon. If you don't try to refinance to get out of that,
okay,
you're going to be responsible for that balloon payment. And now you're forced. Some people I've seen forced into foreclosure because either their credit wasn't strong enough to support a refinance, so now they're stuck with the mortgage, or they just decide, I'm just going to stop making payments altogether.
Oh, wow.
And they just walk away from the home because they know,
right,
I'm not able to pay this balloon payment.
Exactly.
My score is not fixed. I have these judgments, bankruptcies maybe.
Right,
It's going to take
right.
me a while to fix these things. My bankruptcy hasn't been discharged yet.
right.
So I'm in a no-win
So
right
with the
now,
balloon payment, they like, it's a, when you say balloon payment, is that like a payment that is due for your mortgage like that month?
It's the entire principal balance. It's a balloon payment. So you pay the adjustable rate each month, and then you have a balloon payment of the amount owed. That's why you have to try to refinance. This is why it's important to read
illegal.
and speak. But see, when you sign the documents,
Exactly.
and you sign that promissory note, and they record this information that says that you agreed to these terms of this document. That's why it's got to be explained. And so I always emphasize to my clients to please make sure that you read your documents. Please ask the questions to your lender on what type of loan you have.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Wow. So how often can a person refinance, or does it matter?
It really, you actually probably like after, you could wait like 60, 90 days. You want to give yourself some time to put in some months of payments.
Oh, okay.
Some people refinance, a little quicker than that. I mean,
Right.
I've seen it happen where they refinance. They have the income and the capital to support it.
Exactly.
Some people refinance in 30 days. It's just about where your capital stands.
Right. So have you ever thought about going into teaching real estate?
I have actually. I've had several seminars, home buyer seminars before.
Oh, great.
I've had quite a few.
And what's the most asked question?
What does my credit score need to be?
Right. That would probably be mine. Like,
What
how
does
much
my
work I
credit
gotta
score
put in?
need to be? And
Is it just easier to just file bankruptcy and just be done with it? Or should I, like, okay, let me ask you this, because I'm glad I said that. Does filing bankruptcy hurt you or helps when you're trying to buy a home?
it hurts you if it's still on your credit and it hasn't been discharged.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
even after it's been discharged, let me add this piece. If you were a homeowner and you've had a bankruptcy that's been discharged, you need to make sure that you are checking the deed of the house that you had in the bankruptcy, that your name has been taken off that deed.
Oh.
Because what's happened is you could have someone 5 years later, that bank held that house in foreclosure for 5-6 years. Here you done cleaned your credit up.
Right.
You not knowing that house is still in your name and you've been moved from it for 5 years now.
Right.
And it was in your bankruptcy, but now you go to apply for a loan and they say you can't get it because we show your name is on this deed.
Oh my goodness!
Even
so
though
you
your
have to
discharge
contact
of
the
bankruptcy
bank?
is gone,
Right.
your name is still on this deed.
So what would you have to do? Contact the finance company?
Well,
or,
they're
or the
supposed
loan
to-
company?
Technically, the bank is supposed to clear your name as after you foreclose, but they don't all the time.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
it depends on the bank. And during that time, like I said, of 2008 to say 2012, we went through a period where it was so many foreclosures, they couldn't keep up with
Right.
all that court paperwork and recorded work to make sure that people's names were cleared.
Exactly.
I have a client right now that's going through that, and so we're trying to clean that up. So she's working with the banks and trying to get that squared away. So
Right.
and we're working through.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the process of buying a foreclosure? Like, say if you want to buy a foreclosure.
So we look at some properties that are on the market for foreclosures that are needed to be renovated, or they say they're foreclosures already.
Right.
And you basically apply for a loan, and you can go through the loan. You may get a 203K loan, which is an investment loan. Most people get 203K.
Oh, okay.
They borrow
Okay.
money, fix the house up.
Okay,
and, so
and that's what I
forth.
was going to ask you. Can you ask the bank
Yeah.
to give you money
Absolutely.
to fix the house up?
Absolutely.
Oh,
And
okay.
lenders have so many different programs that they can advise, buyers about the best program for
Oh, okay.
them based on the type of house, how much work is needed, how much money is needed. So they give, the best advice when it comes to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I want to buy a foreclosure, would it require me to put more money down buying a foreclosure, or as opposed to just buying a brand new home?
It depends.
It'll still depend on your credit.
It's not really necessarily your credit. As first-time home buyers, sometimes you could buy a foreclosure, and depending on how much work is needed, okay, putting down, meaning down payment, is going to be regular. 2 or 3K, your regular down payment is your down payment.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
the money you have to put up to get it fixed, that's a whole different story.
Right. Right.
Okay, that's going to be part of the loan.
Right.
Okay, but again, the down payment is the same. It's the same as if you did a standard sale, or if you're an investor, it's more.
Right.
Some
Okay.
20%. Some, if it's conventional loan, it may be between 3.5% to 5%. It just really depends.
Oh, okay. So do they still do first-time home buyer programs?
Absolutely. There's
they
so
do?
many. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's so many. And a lot of the financial institutions are involved in those programs. Okay. So I always recommend buyers to first speak with an agent, me, myself.
All right.
And
Y'all,
I
all right
will
now.
give
That's a
you-
plug, y'all. That's a
Absolutely,
plug.
Absolutely. And I'll get you connected to those 100% financing programs where you're not bringing, I could say probably most of my clients have not put any money down.
Okay. Look at that. But they had perfect credit, right?
And it's probably over 620.
Oh, okay.
And that's average, but 620
Okay,
is average.
okay.
As far as if you look at the statistics across the country, 620 is average now.
Okay.
It wasn't that way probably 5 years ago because of
Okay.
the recession. But now jobs have increased, housing opportunities have increased, more lending programs have increased. So that brings the nation's credit score stats up.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
basically the housing market has picked up.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And another thing is that we have to also consider, there's different programs based on if you're a first-time home buyer, single mom, single dad. Like there are companies, Fannie Mae, Sallie Mae, they have loans specialized for families.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
it just depends. They look at every aspect.
So you shouldn't be scared away, even if you're a single mom. You shouldn't be scared away
Not at
when it comes to
all.
buying a home.
Not at all. You could be a single mom paying rent right now. Your score is 590 maybe, or maybe 600, and you don't make a lot of income, the bank, some of these institutions will consider that.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. You know, a lot of single moms don't make that much, you know, and you have other responsibilities.
Yeah.
You got car notes and
Yeah.
kids and
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wow. Anybody have any questions?
I wanted to know, is the buying the condo rules the same as housing rules? But I still have to come to you to get a condo.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then with condos, it's also with HOA, same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You would have to, yeah. Because it's a purchase.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, this is also what I want to know: renting versus buying.
Okay. So
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Okay. So renting, you're paying someone's mortgage.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah.
pro.
Yeah. Yeah, because
Now-
I know. I mean, I've rented a few places, of course, in my time, but I'm like, even at a rental rate, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
it
ridiculous,
is.
and you're
It
looking
is.
and you're like, I might as well try to buy a house.
Absolutely. You're paying $2,000, $2,500 for rent.
Yes.
And their mortgage is actually like $1,400. They're getting $600 profit. So that would be the next lane I would go into, and saying that could be you renting that house
Exactly.
out and getting that residual money, setting up for your retirement.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break, you guys, just to kind of gather ourselves. We will be right back. Continue to listen to some more of DJ Glam's awesome hits. She working it out over here. So you guys don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just a moment.
Annie, don't wear no panties. Annie, don't wear no panties. Ow, see you when they say Annie, don't wear no panties. It's a good thing Santa Claus didn't bring a lot of signs and draws. Come on, say the Annie, don't wear no panties. Annie, don't wear no panties. Hey, you say it with me, say it. Don't wear no panties. Saw her in the bathroom stall, was there when she took them off. Come on, go look Annie. Don't wear no panties. Annie, don't wear no panties. Hey, you get me there. Don't wear no panties. They was laying on the bathroom floor. They was filled with the Holy Ghost. Oh, come on, hey. Don't wear no panties. Come on, Annie. Don't wear no panties. Hey, it's in there. Don't wear no panties. So fellas, if you can't afford it, I think you need to videotape, record it. Come on, Annie. Oh, don't wear no panties. Annie, don't wear no panties. Hey, come on, baby. Hey, don't wear no panties. She was sitting on the front pew, giving Deacon Johnson them a good view. Oh, don't wear no panties. Annie, don't wear no panties. Hey, they take it to the day. Hey, don't wear no panties. Wait, she might not have no draws, but I bet she won't forget the hot sauce. Oh, Annie, don't wear no panties. Don't wear no panties. Don't wear no panties.
All right, you guys, welcome back. I hope y'all are enjoying these glam breaks. I'm really digging these new Sunday nights, y'all. All right, I think we're going to turn up on Sundays. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So we had a great question while we were on our glam break. And the question is, does the agent receive any fees?
There's-
Or does the agent charge a fee?
Well,
Put it that way.
the agents, the sale is first of all put on the market by a listing agent.
Okay.
The listing agent determines the seller's net,
Okay.
their net that they need to walk away with, and that kind of helps them determine whether they'll do a 5% or a 6% commission split between buyer-seller agents.
Oh, okay.
It's all
okay.
part of their net. It has
wow,
the
okay.
seller's net is what's important to the seller. They have to be able to walk away, maybe with a certain amount to put down payment for a new house,
Right.
or just to clear their bill where they
Right,
are.
right. Oh, okay. This is what I want to know also, because I see this and I want to know how you guys do this. I know sometimes, like, I'll see a home for sale, and then I'll see like several different realtors might advertise that same home.
Open house.
Does it belong to one particular realtor, or is just like
Yes.
an open?
It does
whichever
belong.
agent can get it
Yeah.
sold is yours.
Well, it does belong to a realtor, but
Okay.
depending on the type of agency agreement that they have.
Okay.
So
okay.
sometimes you have an exclusive right to sell
Okay.
agency agreement with the owner, which is
Okay.
exclusively being sold by that brokerage.
Oh, okay.
But then you
okay.
have the agency agreement where you have dual agencies and some other agencies partners
Okay.
of that same agency partner up.
Okay,
And they
okay.
all work towards selling that home.
Okay.
So they're just if you're on a team,
Okay.
and they're all pushing it at an open house and they're all pushing it on the market. It could be a hot item that they know is going to sell quickly, so they team up and push it out there to get it
Oh,
sold.
okay, okay. So now, with you being in this area, what would you say is the hottest area right now for home buying? I know they're building Wardolph up a lot, although I
Yes.
hate that traffic, but I do know that they're building Wardolph up a lot.
Absolutely.
So where would you think, or would you say, is the best market in the DMV for buying a home?
Okay, so for Maryland, I would say it is Upper Marlboro and Waldorf.
Okay.
And for Washington. Those three are the areas that are really building it because of the
Washington
MGM.
is so expensive.
Yeah, but because people know the return they're getting.
Right.
You know,
right.
you have some that are actually needing, unfortunately, some having to move because the owners of those properties are raising the rent up so high, it's almost forcing people out.
Exactly.
Because they want to get those people in there to rent at that rate now.
Exactly.
And that's when, if it's your place, you control the rent.
right.
So now in DC, I would say it would be in the downtown area is really going to be going up to Columbia Heights
Okay,
area.
okay,
It's
okay.
really growing big also. In Virginia, I would say it's the Alexandria area that's really getting a lot of recognition right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and so a lot of these homeowners are seeing a lot of building, a lot of movement going around them. You know, it's just everything is based on what's convenient,
Exactly.
how much square footage, how much you're getting for your money. You know,
But that's the thing, like all of these new buildings, like these condos that they're putting up, like right in the DC, they're so small, but they want so much money for them.
yeah.
That's crazy.
And see, the further
Yeah.
south you go, the more square footage you get for your money.
Okay.
The further in the city you come into the city, it's going to cost more for less square footage.
Yeah, that's crazy. To
I know,
me.
but see, it's the closer you are to the capital too. It's the convenience.
No,
you're
it's
paying
not. It's
for.
that MGM.
Well, I'm speaking of DC. Yeah, and the MGM, the harbor.
Exactly.
All of that is increasing it too. Right.
Awesome. So let me ask you this, your own personal, experience, where do you see yourself as far as in the real estate game? What do
Okay.
you wanna
Well,
do?
there's two things going on right now. Let me
Okay.
just say that.
Okay.
I'm still affiliated currently with Exit Bennett.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I also am going to be departing Exit
Okay.
Bennett and going into another lane with Bennett.
Okay.
Where we'll now be doing 100% commission to the agents.
Okay.
So it's changing lanes
Okay.
for that. Diamond Minx Real Estate Services is my consulting company. It's been going on for 10 years. I'm a consultant where I sit with investors, buyers, sellers, figure out game plans for them to possibly invest, things like that. That's
like
part of my
that.
practice.
Oh, okay.
And then outside of that, some years from now, I may, dive into becoming a broker, maybe.
Okay.
I think
Now,
that I
what's
have
the
the years
difference with
experience.
a broker? Like, what's the difference between a broker and an agent?
Well, legally,
Okay.
agents have to be affiliated under a broker through the real estate commission.
Oh, okay.
So it's illegal.
Okay.
matter, you're pretty much self-employed, but because of the laws,
Okay.
you have to be affiliated based off the commission, the real estate
okay.
commission.
Okay.
Yeah, so the
okay.
broker pretty much is the facilitator, almost of making sure that we're upholding everything we should be doing good fiduciary disclosure to our clients, and making sure that we're on top of, things. They're our go-to if we have a major issue sometimes and we need to talk to someone.
Right.
So you're affiliated with someone. You have someone that you can go to and talk to.
Oh, wow. Okay. So are you going to do any more home buying seminars?
Absolutely, yeah.
How
Because now
often
the
do you
market
do
is
that?
getting better. So I've done probably a couple in a year. Every year I do a couple a year, and so I'll be doing some more soon. We're getting better market. It's getting even better.
So do you like teaching? Do you find that to be something that you enjoy as
I
far as
do.
teaching and showing people how to own homes?
I
Yeah.
do because I think for me it's about the relationship.
Right.
I want the relationship because I feel the money's gonna come
Right.
if you have the relationship.
Exactly.
Because we can make our money off of referrals.
Okay.
Our business only is good because of how they speak of us, how our clients speak of us. So it's important to have those good relationships across the board. Not even if you've never sold them a house.
Right.
Just across the board, it's good to just have a good relationship so people can, when they walk away, and they can speak of you and say, I'm trying to get ready to buy a house, and you know what? I know somebody who you can call, but you never bought a house through me, but I know someone you can call.
Exactly. I'm going to connect you.
Absolutely.
I love it. Yeah. Well, how can my audience reach you? All those that are in need right now. I'm still out. I'm still trying to decide, y'all. But for all
I'll
of
have
you
her
all
in her
that are
house.
ready right now to buy a home, how can they reach you?
Well, you can reach me. I'm on Instagram, Diamond Minx Real Estate. You could also reach me on Facebook at Diamond Minx Real Estate Services, as well as Diamond Minx. I have another page on there. And if you need to email me, you can email me at joanneexrealty@gmail.com. If you could follow me, and you'll keep up to date on my new information that I'll be putting up once we make the transition.
All right, y'all got it. When y'all buying your house, buy me one too.
We're going to get her in her house soon with no money down.
Lord, you hear that? All right, we putting it in the atmosphere.
We speaking life into it, you guys. I'm speaking life into it. Absolutely.
That's right. So that closes my show for tonight. I thank all of you guys for tuning in. This has been a great show. Of course, this will be my new night, Sunday nights from 8 to 9. Me and DJ Glam will be here rocking it out. So make sure you guys tune in next Sunday again. Same time, same station. Next Sunday will be my guest. Them beautiful ladies over there at the China Pink Show will be joining me tonight. Next Sunday. I'm sorry. So that should be, So that should be a lot of fun welcoming all of those ladies over here to listen Vision. So we should have a lot of fun with that. So make sure you guys tune in next Sunday from 8 to 9 with UStyle Magazine, DJ Glam, and the ladies from the China Pink Show. We'll see you guys then. Have a great week.